yeah, like 2 seasons, and then I just, oh, I got kind of over it. How did I get my eye patch? I actually did a video about it. I was involved. So I was involved in a really, really bad fireworks accident. If you Google my name if you Google my name, it's all up there. But here in Oklahoma, it's not super uncommon that like we play with fireworks at, like 4th of July. It's Redneckville, you know. So, oh yeah, Ghost in the Shell. So we had these commercial grade artillery shells that came straight from the manufacturer. We had all been shooting them out of this lead pipe. Because they're commercial grade, they have a papery fuse that's meant to be lit with an electronic trigger, and then a big manual fuse like you're used to seeing on a firework, right? The green one that you can light and it gives you time to run away from it. Well, because these came straight from the manufacturer, they didn't have the electronic fuse removed. So whenever I had gone up and placed the artillery shell like inside of this lead pipe, the pipe had gotten so incredibly hot that the electronic fuse lit off the side of this metal, and it just immediately went and hit me like right in the face, bounced out about 3 feet, and then blew up right here. So yeah, mortars. You were playing with mortars. So let me hang on. Actually, by the way, don't Google search my name if you're don't Google search my name for like, I'm just giving you a heads up. There's some surgical progress images in there that might be kind of upsetting to some people, but yeah, if you guys want to see what my skull looked like that night, here's the MRI scan. And that's all available on Google. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Phil. Actually, something that's okay. I've never actually shown this on YouTube. Hang on a second. So I'm telling you were attacked by goblins. Hang on. Okay. So because they couldn't figure out like they couldn't really figure out a plan of action and how to do like bone grafts and stuff like that for me, because so much of this stuff was all messed up, right? So they couldn't really work on what they couldn't see. And what they decided to do was 3D print my fucking skull that night. So I got to keep this, and they were using this as a surgical guide for what all they needed to replace. So that image you guys just saw from the MRI, they actually took and made a 3D model of. And like that, well, I think it's actually mirrored, right? No, is that right? Yeah, that's right. Okay. So you can actually see what my skull looks like on the inside, right? And guess what? See how I got these fake teeth up here? That's because they couldn't figure out how to make this all remain clipped, like, and attached to my skull. So they just took all this part out, replaced everything with basically cow bone. And then here's the thing I immediately, like, what immediately made me realize I was super fucked up that night was, okay, so you guys can see, we've had plenty of videos, right? My bottom teeth are not super straight. You want to see why? So all the brown, these are actually my teeth, okay? No, I can't drink from it. My brain stem actually prevents me from being able to drink anything out of that. So, this right here is actually where one of my teeth got hit so hard. I don't know if you can see. One of my teeth actually took the brunt so hard that it pushed it down and completely broke my jaw in half. So whenever I got hit, I didn't know I got hit actually initially because I didn't really feel it super much. But I remember trying to like get up, and I felt my jaw just kind of like do this. And I was like, okay, I am fucked up. And then I blacked out. And then my next memory was waking up from a coma 2 months later. So that's that story. And I know I've done a video on it in the past, but, you know, that was... I don't think I really went super in-depth into the story. But yeah, the tooth became a splitting... And that's exactly what happened. The tooth got pushed down with enough force that it actually broke my jaw, like... Well, he's monologuing ambush. How bad did it hurt? I didn't feel it. Your body goes into shock remarkably quick. Like, remarkably fast. Yeah, Eyepatch is iconic. I appreciate that. Your body goes into shock remarkably quick. It hit, and I remember I honestly felt like everything went dark for a second, and my ears were ringing, and I didn't know what had really happened. I just remember kind of feeling like, woo, okay, like I guess that one grazed me, and I didn't realize it until I had heard people like screaming my name. And then I tried to get up, and then I felt someone like press me back down. They were like, no, 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 lay down. And that's whenever I felt my jaw like do that. And it was, whoo, that was something. It was definitely something. But yeah, so it's iconic. Yeah, all right. But, you know, honestly, you know, me saying, like, me getting over... you know, having lost, like, having lost half your face at something that defines you so hard is, like, a lot to really process, you know? And I had to really relearn, like, social skills. Because I had spent not only that time in the coma, I lost actually a good, like, basically from that day back about 6 months, I completely lost that memory. And it wasn't like I feel like it's now suddenly January and it was July, right? No, it's like you remember, but you don't. You just kind of feel like you suddenly woke up and it's 8 months later, right? Like it's super bizarre. But yeah, so some people were saying like, man, don't you remember we met at like this, and this? And I'm like, I'm super sorry, but no, I don't remember you. You lost all the toes on your left foot? Jeez. Well, I mean, that's still bad. Like, we don't gotta compare, man. That still sucks. That's hardcore. Like, no, for real. I don't ever like, don't worry. Like, I had it bad, but like, dude, I don't belittle your own injuries, man. That sucks. My friend lost 3 years of memory from a concussion once. Jesus. It's super weird how it feels, too, because you're just, like, disoriented for a super long time. Forgot he had a daughter? Jesus. That's, man, yeah, memory loss is no fucking joke. Yeah, you can recover. You can recover that memory. I didn't get mine back. Even people that I had met beforehand that were like, hey man, like, you know, yeah, I had just started a job up at Chili's that like, honestly, I didn't remember any time working there. But yeah, so that's, for those of you that have been curious about the eye patch and all that stuff and haven't seen the video, that's that story. Jesus. Now see, everything else works out pretty fine. Like, you know, it was a big, oh my God. You got to tell him that Michael Jackson and Osama bin Laden died. Oh my God. Oh. Oh my God. All right. So I think we spent like the last hour and a half just sort of bullshitting, but hey, hopefully that helps some of you all out there though. Cause like for real, for me, like learning how to re-socialize, right? It actually made me a much better person because I think like I was able to reprogram my brain with like how I need to interact with people, you know? So yeah. And you're going to also just learn to appreciate the people that do appreciate you a lot more. Yeah, stream hangout, you know? Part of me doing the streams is honestly to keep me working on a lot of this stuff. Real talk ain't bullshit. You're right. You're right.